Hey everybody, welcome to Fishing Planet. My name is Lady, and today we're in Colorado and we are after the cutthroat trout. So as you can see, I've got one right here, and I know that a whole bunch of you like to lure fish them, but you can actually float fish them as well. So right now I'm using a hook 2.0 and I have mayflies on it. But I'll show you guys all the techniques and the ways to catch them. So we're of course going to keep this one. First off, I'm going to show you guys the map where we are. So here we have Rocky Lake, Colorado, and here it says trout galore, and then here it says fantastic fishing. Now if you read the intros of both packs, here you can see that on trout galore it says cutthroat trout, while here at fantastic it says rainbow trout. Actually it's reversed. At fantastic you catch the cutthroats, and in trout galore or at trout galore you catch the rainbow trout. So if you want to go for the cutthroat, go to fantastic, which is right here, as you guys can see. So right now it's in the evening, it's a little over 7:30, and when I'm float fishing them, you see this rock sticking out, and that's alongside the rock is where I cast. So that's right about here, which is 30 meters out approximately, and just like so. Now float fishing can take a while. So right now I'm definitely out of the time zone for the trout, especially for trophies and uniques. For those of you that want to know, on cloudy days between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. at this exact spot is where you can catch the unique cutthroat trout. It rewards you with 4 gold. I'm not sure if there's actually a set time for them on sunny days. I haven't been able to test it because right now I'm on day 4 and I only had one sunny day. But then the game messed up for a moment, so that didn't work. As you can see, I have some tension there going, so I might be able to actually hook another trout, but if it takes too long I'll just reel in, because this is more about showing you guys the spot, and looks like it's gone. Nope, it's still there. So for float fishing, I'll just give it a couple of seconds more. For float fishing there's several types of baits that you can use. So right now I'm using mayflies. It's available at level 9. Level 9. But you can also use corn, marshmallows, shiners, shrimps, these mayflies, and then there are 3 types of eggs that you can use as well. So you have the artificial eggs, you have the natural eggs, and then you have the spawned eggs. So those types of baits all work for the trout. Now with these mayflies I've already noticed that you can also hook bluegill, and with flies and crickets you can use those too for catching trout. But you also get other panfish, so it's a bluegill or a shiner or a black crappie. Those are a type of fish that live here too, and that will go after the bait as well. So, but there's definitely a whole bunch of options to use float fishing for the cutthroat trout. And yes, there we actually go. Now, what you'll notice is that this fish, this one is not so active, and it's actually a big one. Yeah, there, it jumps, and what it does is it goes from left to right. When it does that, your tension drops, your line tension. And that's something that you really need to be aware of, because there's a competition here where you have to catch these trout, and then you're using barbless hooks, and then the chance of losing them the moment you have low line tension is even bigger. So, but here we have a decent sized trout, close to 1 kilogram, and we are going to keep this one too. So, but that's for float fishing. I'm going to show you guys now how to do lure fishing with them. So here I have a spin casting rod, and I have the beetle lure on it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast all the way towards the wall. Well, it looks like that, but actually this rod can only cast about 45 meters. And I will show you guys the setup later. But I must say immediately that it's not a perfect setup, and that has to do with the reel. This is a low level account right now, it's level 10. And I was level 8 when I came here, so I haven't had the opportunity yet to get a better reel. So my max drag can only handle 4 out of the 6. If I put it on 5, my line breaks. And also I can't do a good twitching with it, the twitching technique. Stop and go isn't very handy for these type of fish, so I will do a lift and drop. But every now and then I have to reel in some line because I get too much slack, like right now. So, but this works too. As you can see, there we go. Now spinning actually works a bit faster than float fishing. Look, and there we have the low line tension. Almost had it again. So that's why you really need to pay attention when this is actually a decent size as well. No, I don't want to lose you, I want to keep you. So that's why you really need to pay attention to it. And there it gave a nice jump. So every time a fish turns left, I turn my rod to the right. And then when the fish goes to the right, I turn my rod to the left to make sure that there is some tension. And these are the last couple of meters. So here we go. And it's another decent size cutthroat, which we are going to keep. Alrighty. So, oh, one more thing that I have to tell you guys. Before I'll show you guys the setups and what I've caught and what the rewards are and so on. If you want to fish here in Colorado, excuse me, if you want to fish here in Colorado for the trout, make sure that you're at least level 9 and that you have the advanced license. Sorry. Without the advanced license, you are prohibited to keep the fish, and if you do not release it, if you keep it, and if you take it home with you, you will get a fine, and the fines here are pretty steep. 1 second, I really need to pause it. Okay, I'm back. I had a coughing fit, and not so nice to have that on YouTube, of course. So, but anyways, so if you're level 9, that's the only that's the first time that you can go after the trout and actually keep them without getting fined, as long as you have the advanced license. So, having that said, let's go to the setups. So first, float setup. Here, as I said, I'm using low level gear, so this is the OmniFloat 450 and a Callisto XX 1400. And like I said before, it's not the best reel to put on this because it can only handle a max drag of 4 out of 6 when using mono open 2mm line. So the moment you reach a higher level, level 10 or 11 or 12, go buy yourself a different reel, which has preferably more drag, and also trout has very good eyesight. Especially when you're hunting trophies and unique um, they can see actually monoline and braided line is like a big warning flag to them. So instead of using those two types of line, go with fluoro line. That's a whole lot better. So here I have, for instance, a fluoro open 2mm line. Go with this one, and that is if your reel can handle it. So here you can see that this reel has a max drag of 2.4, whereas this line has a test of 2.7 kilograms. So if I were to put this one on it, it will break my reel. So that's the reason I'm using mono 0.2. But that aside, so a chubby bobber, hook 2.0, you can also catch them with a 1.0 and with a hook number 1. And depth, it has to be on max. So that's for float fishing. And then bait wise, as I said, corn works, marshmallows work, flies work, mayflies work, crickets work, and then we have shiners and shrimps that work too. And then you can also use spawns eggs, natural eggs, or artificial eggs. So there's quite a lot that works. Now the reason why I went with mayflies is that you have less chance of catching other fish. For instance, with flies you can also catch bluegill, but also bass and white sucker and shiners. And same goes for if you use marshmallows or corn. I don't have those in this video, but if you watch my previous video about the white sucker, you can also see that I caught cutthroats with corn and marshmallow too. So, but the eggs are pretty good too, and shiners in this lake work very good as well, because there isn't another predator fish that goes after the shiners. So go with that one at level 18. And then here I have my spinning setup. Now the trout, they prefer the small lures. So casting spoons won't work. Medium spoons work only on occasion. Narrow spoons do work, but I've got to bring them with me. But they do work. Nano spoons work great, and spinners work great as well. So here today I used the beetle one that I had to do because of the clouded weather. But when it's a sunny day, go with the rainbow spinner, or otherwise if these two cost gold. If you don't want to spend gold, go with either the silver or the golden one. And then on a sunny day use the golden, and on a cloudy day use the silver one. So that's for the spinners and spoons. And then we have jig heads. These work too. So today I went with the red grub because it's a cloudy day. On sunny days I would have taken the yellow one. And I tried the tube as well. The tube didn't work, but I do know that sheds work and worms work too. So let's go to what I've caught. So here, as you can see, I caught a bluegill with the mayfly. That's the reason why I switched from a hook 1.0 to hook 2.0. And then I stopped catching bluegills and I only caught cutthroats. Then here I have the grub that I use, nanospoon, spinner, nanospoon, mayfly, spinner, mayflies, grub again, and the mayflies and spinner. So I caught one trophy today, which isn't very much, but still it's a nice catch. And then I caught a whole bunch of regular cutthroats, and then another whole bunch of young ones. So reward wise, so the smallest only got me $2 and 4 experience points, and I think this is also one of the reasons why people avoid this area when they're low level, because there are better areas to grind money and to grind experience than going after cutthroat. When we look here at the regulars, you see that the reward goes up. So it's $10 for the smallest one and 15 experience points. And then the trophy rewards you with $16 and 43 experience points. And the unique gives you 4 gold and around 60 to 80 experience points on the top of my head. So that's basically the rewards. So now compared to the white sucker gave money wise was between $6 and $7. So the cutthroat is better. But experience wise, the white sucker gave me 30 for the smallest white sucker. So if you want to grind XP, go for the white sucker and leave the cutthroat alone. But after this vid I'll do the video about the rainbow trout, and that will change things a little. So, but all in all, pretty good for days fishing. So on cloudy days you can start right away at 5 a.m. Fish until 9, 10 a.m. in the morning. Then fast forward time to say 3 p.m. and then between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. that's the peak hour for trophy and unique. And then you can fish just until till 9 in the evening. On sunny days, you have to follow the schedule actually. So you have sunny day right here. So it takes a while for them to wake up, but then say about 10 it starts to pick up, and then you can fish and catch a whole bunch of them. And then around 3, so this is 5, then around no, this is 3 actually, so around 5 it grows less again. Okay, so I think that's covered it all. For now I wish you guys happy days and tight lines. If you like the movie, give it a thumbs up, and if you like my channel, please subscribe. And if you have any comments, please leave them below, or give me a poke in game. And I hope you enjoyed this movie. Bye bye.